Ciao, what's up everybody? Alright, we are out here on these streets. It is Thursday today. This video is pretty funny. It's going to be about Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City is pitching the idea of renting the sidewalks to business vendors. Now you're immediately going to go, oh, that's a terrible idea, but there might be a flip side to the coin, but I doubt it's the flip side to the coin. As ever, if you appreciated this video and find my content helpful, subscribing to the channel is the most helpful thing you can do for me. A lot of content is now going to be put on Patreon only. I'm sure you've heard this a bunch by now. You can sign up for Patreon for as little as $5 a month. $5 a month, 16 cents a day. All right. Guaco's pumping tonight. I just don't have... you know why these places do well? It's because they're right in the tourist areas. And if you're a tourist, you don't care about what the price is. It's crazy. Like, after you live here, you care about what the prices are. It's hard to explain, but like paying for expensive stuff here becomes quite difficult after a while of living here. You're not getting out of here for less than $2 million probably. So like $100, which is fine. Fats just ain't swimming in that kind of money. So they're proposing to rent the street sidewalks, which are already, as you can see here, this is a perfect example. Look at this one. You already can't walk on it. It's already rented for free. So my first thing, an initial first thought is, how would you enforce that? Nothing else is enforced here. So how is this going to get enforced? I don't see any way that they could enforce it. You'd have to get like an entire team dedicated to enforcing the vending laws of renting to vendors. And what happens when coffee money comes out? It's the same old story with like a lot of things, and why nothing really changes here, because coffee money can go around anything. I mean, they've always got these ideas to do stuff and do things, and some of them sound good, some of them sound bad, but for the most part they're never really finished through properly. Like, they just aren't. So another thing it could be is to try to get the people off the street that are free vending on it currently and make them rent, which I think is probably what makes more sense. But again, who is going to see the money from that? Who's going to enforce that? Like, you know, they already don't have a lot of police, and they already don't do, from what I've seen, much of really anything. So it's kind of, to me, it's like a head scratcher. I'm like, really? You're trying to rent? I think it's a bad idea for the most part. The sidewalks are already a problem. This one's nice. It's wide. It's in a more modern area, so that's the reason. In a more popular area where a lot of tourists are and stuff like this, they tend to usually build that stuff a little bit better compared to like an all inhabited district or area. This is technically the tourist here. The Ho Chi Minh City Transport Department plans to let private investors use sidewalks as parking lots, do business, and run advertisements after sparing enough space for pedestrians. So my first immediate thought to that is that's already being done. That's been done here forever. How are you gonna monetize it and enforce it? And all I see happening is some more people getting some more coffee money. Like, it just sounds like, I don't even know. Again, I think you'd have to have a whole team hired and then go through and kind of, you know, enforce that. And are they going to enforce it, or are they going to take coffee tea money? Like, that's the problem right now, and that's not changing anytime soon. So like, as far as I'm concerned, this isn't going to lead to anything. They'll probably approve it and nothing will change. And the other problem is is they're not building parking lots anywhere. They're not building any paid parking lots or anything. You know, you can find motorbike parking lots in most like popular areas, Viet area or non-Viet area. But what they need to build now is car parking lots, because there's nowhere for all these cars to go. And that's becoming an ever increasing problem. Like as the years go on, more cars are sold each year, and there's nowhere for these cars to go. They finally started cracking down on this street here on Dai Van Long. This used to be an absolute disaster to drive through in rush hour. You would have all these big buses, as you see they're not here. You'd have all these buses just stopping and doing whatever they wanted. And it would back up traffic from here all the way to this street. And this is like, you can see there's a backup over here already. And this is a major like, look at this ST just modded out. This is a major route because it takes you around back to the main street. So like a lot of people are often on that street. So for it to like not be functional was the problem. But the city started to recognize they had a problem with all these buses and stuff. So eventually what they did is they put out a thing to where like none of the buses can really like park in these areas anymore. And I guess they did go around and enforce that pretty well. So as a result, we're seeing less of these buses and traffic has gotten much better. Like just 2 months ago, it was a shit show to go through there for 3 hours. It would take you 10 minutes to go a block or 2 blocks. Well, they opened one of the massage parlors today. But it's all like ugly girls. So it seems like the city actually came and cracked down on the Aoyai wearing girls in the front, on these front massage shops. And now they'll let you open again if you're dressed normal. I don't know again, it sounds like something to do with, you called it, coffee money. Before we go further in the video, I would like to hear what you think about them renting the sidewalk. As you can see, it's already being used everywhere. I kind of chose this time in this area to film to perfectly demonstrate that that's already been done forever here. My curiosity is like, how would you enforce it? Like, I think they want to try to make money off of all this. But are they going to send a team out and have them like come and actually check all this stuff? It's possible. So I think it's kind of a bad idea. If they do it right and enforce it, sure, it's a good idea because it's already being done. Like, look around. There's vendors here for free on the street. Motorbike parking for free on the sidewalk. And it's just all already being done. So it's kind of like, why not roll with it? I've got a camera and she's like, you want a massage? Sure, let's do a camera massage. No, although my camera isn't hidden, I can't pull that off like the other guy. I'm holding a gimbal and a big camera. Bro, his teeth are gone. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't think he's seen the dentist once. No one goes into this place. I don't know how they stay in business. I rarely see people walk in here in this Moroccan building. No one's ever eating. I want to go in there and eat some. We're going to start expanding to different restaurants because like a lot of these places are pretty healthy. As you know, Japanese food is pretty healthy on the whole. That's why there's almost zero obesity problem. Vietnamese food's pretty healthy too, but what you see is now a lot of diabetes and heart problems from the smoking, the drinking, and crazy amounts of sugar in the dishes here in Saigon. So diabetes is going through the roof. Korean fried chicken. Let me peel through the article a little bit more to give you a little bit more context on the information. District authorities have repeatedly launched campaigns to restore order on the sidewalks, but the problem has never been properly dealt with. That's my exact point. That's the end of the article. Like, how are you gonna? Who's gonna enforce it? you'd have to have entire teams out, and then they would have to be straight cops, like not coffee money, tea money, because that's all it'll be. It almost, to me, would almost be another way to essentially shake down vendors. I don't know. I'm torn on it. I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section. I thought it was an interesting article. I think either way, it doesn't solve any issues, if they do or don't. I think it'll just be more costly to be a vendor. So that's the video. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.